But yeah, Ramzik, he's got to get his AWP game going. But we'll have to see if they can pick up the pistol here. They'll be starting on the T side, which has been more favorable for them.
Look at Gambit youngsters. 3 people starting in the B bomb side. They've got a plan, and they've got 2 players with grenades, and they've got a defuse kit. So they're prepared for a retake towards the A bomb site. You can see them falling back, playing retake from the CT position. Let's see what other positions they can get. No one venturing to even have a look from the short position, interestingly, from Gambit youngsters. And it's a forward play from Syman Gaming. They're attempting to take the CT position, but there are flashes back, and the numbers game is here for Gambit. But it will be a trade. Bit of team damage being done, but the frags are all coming in now for Gambit youngsters. By the benches, Neelan, but he won't last very long. Headshot, headshot, headshot. And Gambit youngsters take the pistol swiftly and violently.
And yeah, again, as you said, James, they have a plan. And the fact that we saw the flash work as it came in, the double flashes, that was a double flash into retake that ticket position. That was beautiful. And whilst all that distraction was going on, you got Axial there in the back in jungle, just kind of juggle peeking himself and trying to work frags, and he gets 2 key headshots to just completely crush the round. That was a great performance from them, and once again we'll see the auto shotgun coming out from Supra. Definitely a fan of that. And Syman Gaming will go for the 5 deagles. So their objective will be to get some damage. So we'll see them facing top mid, it looks like, which is usually a good shout, I have to say.
So where will Supra go with the auto? He's got to go close. Forward hold ramp with it. He'll be in the shadow position, so we'll see how that works out. But what hasn't quite worked out is the short B position. Exile's been shot in the face. Supra not going to look for a pop flash, and that's not the range he wanted, so he'll be traded. Not going so well at the moment, is this anti-eco for... Oh, boy!
Yikes.
Just out of the air like a clay pigeon. 4 versus 2. This is somewhat of a disaster for Gambit youngsters. Not what we were expecting after how the first map went, overpass. But they may have secured things. We haven't seen a rifle in the hands of these Syman Gaming players just yet, and the remainder of them don't really have position to pick anything up. So if they can find a good angle, then maybe something could be done. Keels needs to plant the bomb. And Gambit youngsters are not through the choke point of market just yet. Ramzik is seeking to destroy, but he'll be on the receiving end. Now it's maybe a question of damage. They know roughly where Keels is, gets a 1v1, but the spray down will be good. Now, they could delay that defuse a little and try and get a better weapon than the FAMAS, but I think they'll just go for a solid defuse.
Now, I would expect to see them go pretty aggressive in middle or something in the next round, because they lost way too much money here. And so, Syman Gaming with the bomb plant are absolutely going to go for a full buy, or as full a buy as they can muster with the amount of money that they'll have. And you can see it looks, wow, okay, it's really good, actually. And Gambit youngsters actually not looking too bad as well. I thought they'd look a bit worse, actually, considering that they lost so many weapons there, but actually in pretty good shape. So going aggressive, definitely not something that you have to go overboard on.
Oh!
There's maybe a chance there.
That was a close one. You can shoot through the lip of that balcony as well, ideally when you're closer and someone's standing by the barrel. Don't see too many shots land from there too often. That's just poor timing from Nafany. 30 seconds have gone and he's jumping in the window.
Yeah.
You should know not to do that. You can't do that for free, for sure. Maybe he thought his teammate had an angle for him, I don't know, but he's learned his lesson. Better to learn it in round 3 than round 29. Shiro quietly move away from the window position. He has to assume it's compromised. And Syman Gaming have got some pretty strong positions towards the A bomb site, and the CT's positions look pretty weak, pretty brittle. Supra's going to have to fall back from the site itself, or fall forward, if you will, towards the shadow position. But Shiro might have a lot to do.
Yeah, they've shuffled the positions so that at least there is something that they can do here. 1 kill's not bad for Supra, but Shiro has to deliver. He does hit the shot there, but it's through the box, so down to 20 HP. The bomb goes down in the meantime, and there's a big flank happening from Inters, but they have to try to buy time for that flank. They need to keep themselves alive so that Inters can actually have impact on this flank. Now, Torque is the guy that he will encounter first. I don't know if he's going to be watching for the flank. Looks like he will be. This 1v1 so important. Intus goes for the peek. He hits the shot. That's important. Now he can open things up here. Good timing on the peek from Neelan, but the return comes in as well. 2v2 all of a sudden. And the ult. Oh, look at that beautiful pre-fire there. Down into the connected position. Kios just as good, though, with the AK-47, leaving Axel everything to do here. He knows where he's coming from, but he doesn't have time anyway. Good effort from them, but even better from the likes of Syman Gaming.
Who knows if he had jumped on the bomb, but he kind of thought he had time to do it. Looks like he was going to go and save the AWP, but he'll be denied that as well. So this is likely to be eco time for Gambit youngsters based on how many players they lost in the anti-eco round. That is a beautiful shot, though. But it's not enough, unfortunately, for them. But fortunately for Syman Gaming, they've broken the CT side early. Now they've got an opportunity to get an early lead, to get some momentum, which they could never get on overpass. Got some inroads being made. Okay, so it's a forward smoke. I thought it would be the flashbang out of the window, but he's going to put a smoke on the balcony, which would actually allow the CTs to post up behind it. But it does deny them information. A little unorthodox. With that spawn, you could bounce a flash out the window from pretty much the wall where he threw the smoke. But anyway, let's see what their anti-force spy is going to look like. We've got Deagles and Kevlar for Gambit youngsters, and the odd grenade.
And they're stacking the FAMAS with a few Deagles, which is pretty cool towards B. Although, looks like they're shuffling back towards the window position, which might not be too bad of a shout here, but you can see the Perfecto is in this boost position. This is quite dangerous. Looks like they're staring right at each other. Perfectos will make that one count. And you get tagged down there. And the entry to the B-bomb site will be had. The Gambit youngsters have a lot of Kevlar, so they can just try to play for exits here. Shiro capped as he tries to makes his jump through the window. But he will be ultimately denied. So yeah, you'd want to keep the Kevlar on three remaining players. You can try to set up some traps, some sneaky traps in some fairly deep positions to try to steal a gun away or two, but ultimately if they just get out of this round and save the Kevlars that they have, I think they'll be more than happy. And they did go for a full force this round, so they will be on the full save next round. So Syman Gaming will be taking the lead and likely getting to 3 rounds before Gambit youngsters can field another full buy, so they'll have to just chill for the time being. Although, perhaps we'll see some Deagle action in that next round. Maybe they'll be able to steal it away. I've seen more done with less.
Okay. Good situation for Syman Gaming in the short term. Lots of focus to be had for this squad. A map down at the moment. Not much of a showing on overpass, but now it's their pick of Mirage. Gambit youngsters looking for pocket money at the moment. 2 smokes and a flash, the odd pistol. Not much to shout about, and they will have a 4-man investment towards the B-bomb site, while Syman Gaming will have a take of top mid with 3 players, or see nothing, and they will give nothing in terms of audio cues, just slowly walking a pilgrimage towards Connector. It may be kept pretty simple for the squad. They've got a lurker in Palace. We'll see where the bomb chooses to go. Okay, 1 player spotted on the A-bomb site, and the bell of Neelan is rung, and they will quickly move up and try and press the fast forward button and charge into the site before Gambit youngsters can respond.
So close. Tarek lucky to have his life. Imagine if that was the Deag. Deags are out of place though. But again, the Kevlars could be saved into the next round. That's something to consider. But you do want to get some economic damage here. You do really want to commit people to get at least 2 or 3 kills if you possibly can. Super looking to lead the charge with the Deagles. The AWP there from Ramsey could be quite problematic, but it's unlikely that he'll try to go for a peek to CT necessarily. Looks like they will decide to back away entirely. I can respect this. And again, it just goes to show that these guys are pretty disciplined and there's some good communication on the team.
It's a great level of awareness, considering their age. And also, compared to some of the other teams we've seen in this part of the bracket, the discipline is honorable. Syman Gaming now in the lead. And they built a nice chunk of money there. So, again, that pressure on the C2 economy is going to be real. There will be at least 2 buy rounds in a row from this T side. So lots of pressure on the young shoulders of Gambit youngsters. What if they have a good performance? What if they qualify for the major or something crazy? Are they called, change name to Gambit Mandem or something?
No, man, I like this, Gambit youngsters. I think it's quite endearing, honestly.
I would say it makes it harder to respect them, which is good for them. Syman Gaming charging into the A bomb site. No one checking the shadow position. That has got to be the first line on the plan A into a rush of the A bomb site, surely. But anyway, man advantage for youngsters. Slowly rotating, Ramsix in a strong position, but maybe the scope was heard. A little jiggle, but Axile's jiggled in the wrong position. Shiro now scoped in, spots the arm, doesn't quite get a fatal connection. Down to 40 HP, Inters will do the job. 2 versus 2, make it 1. The bomb's on the floor by the bench. Kios gets a headshot. Fans, oh, that's huge from him! 4-2, and they're super hype.
Oh my god, the coach is so mad. Beautiful. Wow, Kios he's showing some superstar power in some of these games. Like, just delivering awesome clutches, hitting shots that you just don't expect him to be able to connect. He was getting tapped away there. I would have loved to have seen that from the perspective of whoever was left. I think it was it Inters? I think it was Inters. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't really matter, but it would have been interesting to see how much time he had to make that shot. Kios certainly didn't have too much time, but he delivered anyway. 7 for 2 he is at the moment. Says,
can we have a look at CT spawn, please? Because something interesting appears to be happening over there. I don't know if it's a picnic or something.
oh, they're just doing a stack.
CT spawn.
They just
CT spawn. Let's tell the story of the round. CT spawn.
They're likely doing one of the old sort of existence saves where you just use it as a timeout, just chilling in spawn.
And there is the A-bomb site. But where are the CTs? Can we see the CTs?
No, James, we can't. Not allowed. All right, well, they've been discovered, and they went for the full save. Again, I love that they show around like this just because it just shows you so much that they're just thinking about being a team here to live together, die together. Make sure that they can use all the time that they possibly can to be on the same page. You also very rarely see just full ecos like that. So that's also like a cool sign because it means they're thinking about the bigger picture or the longer term. And they definitely could have, like looking at their money, like 4 of them have around $3,000 to $3,500 there. So that full eco could help them have an extra buy later on, perhaps. Maybe not. They have a pretty big buy here. All right, so we get the 5-2 scoreline for Syman Gaming, but the full buy is back out here for the likes of Gambit youngsters, and the AWP is in the hands of young Shiro. Perfecto lies beyond the smoke on Catwalk, looking to cause problems. As we see Supra pushing a ramp there potentially, and a good trade coming out there in mids. It's going to be an A push, and the only person to defend is Supra, and he is down.
So the action in mid pulled Nafany away from the A-bomb site, through connected towards that mid position. So it's a little awkward for Gambit youngsters on the A-bomb side. As good as Overpass look, they're having a lot more trouble on Mirage. The bomb's being dropped from Neelan so he can hold the choke point down. Got the alley-oop, flashbang, and another one for him to try and cross. Or some kind of grenade. Okay, they've smoked off the choke point now. There's one spotted. The Palace peak is too deep and there's no frag out of it. Neelan's in a very poor position. Just didn't go through the smoke, and this is falling to pieces for Syman Gaming. What in the blaze is going on? We've got a man advantage for Gambit youngsters. There will be a trade, and now Torek on 11 HP takes out a jumping Inters. 1 versus 1 now. And surely he cannot do this one. Needs a headshot, but he'll be sprayed through the corner of the wall. I feel like they really gnaws that one right up by Connector. Just standing in the smoke, poking out. Lost the choke point, lost the round.
Well, it's going to be a much-needed round for the likes of Gambit youngsters, that's for sure. Getting the 3-5 scoreline. They spent everything there. They did the full save to get that buyout, and only one player survived. So not ideal. The buys are so expensive that they won't really be able to go for a buy that looks quite as good.
Have a look at those kills for Syman Gaming. Ramsic's got 1 kill. Kill's got 13 kills. Ramsic has not been spectacular in the series so far. He has to turn that around in this game of Mirage for sure.
Yeah, I think Shiro will outshine him on the AWP for sure, given what we've seen so far. And Torek looking to be the one to harass the A-bomb site. I like throwing lurk smokes in situations like this.
I like trees.
On the when you're the guy that's just playing the A slope, throw that lurk slope, smoke even from slope, or pit or stairs, whatever you call it at home, and they will see a couple flashbangs, but he will be falling back behind them, which tells us the B split is on the way. So Torek is going to be going towards the B apartments. I'd imagine he'll pick up the bomb, and they'll go for the 2-3 B split.
Definitely having a look towards Palace, having a look towards mid. Connect to smoke, and he's willing to fight for it, but the Molotov is quite good. Forces him from his position. He'll stand behind the box. Maybe he'll get something. He knows no one is in the connector area. Pulls a grenade. That was he spotted? I don't think he was. Surely he's got some information. Nafni will get taken out in the meantime. There's an execute towards the B bomb site. The split is on. Jumping out the window, they will survive. Exile's got so much to do and no one to play off of. Everyone else is dead pretty much.
Ooh.
Bish, Bosch, Super
Yikes.
as well. Big headshots from Perfecto.
That Krieg, man, it is performing well for him. You can see he's happy about that one. You can see there's so much more comfort on this map for them. But again, we can't forget that it's the T sides where they don't have problems, generally. It's those CT sides which tend to be the struggle for Syman Gaming. So we've got to take their T side with a pinch of salt with that in mind, although it is their map pick. So if they're going to be good on any kind of a CT side, it should be this one.
Look at that. We have stress on the young faces. They're going to get lines in their foreheads.
They're too young for that. Too young for that. That's the other good thing about the gaming, James. You avoid the sun, your skin ages less quickly. That's why I look like I'm 18 years old as well.
I have combination skin, doesn't matter.
I got combination skin also.
Mine's more combination than yours. Mine's oilier than yours, that's for sure.
Mine's more than yours.
No, it is though. Anyway, Syman Gaming, anti-eco territory. There's not much for Gambit youngsters to do apart from boost behind this smoke. They're going to charge for it. They're trying to cause anarchy. Perfecto. I need to see a replay of that. That's going to be one of the fastest aces from start to finish that we've seen in Pro CS.
How the hell?
Never mind there's the whole round,
so
but just like, that was some my god nonsense right there.
Ooh.
He's hacking. He's hacking. I'm done. He's definitely hacking.
That is so
That's
nuts.
a nice highlight, isn't it?
That's so fast.
That's not bad. What he needs to do, right, is get a clip of that in one of those frames that shows pictures from a USB and just walk around a bit, basically. Anyway, Gambit youngsters are on the buy. They've got 2 players who've jumped out the window, and the C's have got no idea, but Nafni's been taken out in connector. Kios could be vulnerable. He's going to get shot from below, and there's a trade, but they won't expect the other player, I don't even know where he is at this point. This is absolute carnage all over the place, but Syman Gaming are looking good, and Ramzik somehow found the second player in the underpass, leaving Inters alone, wondering what on earth has happened. A minute 25 and 5 players are dead, almost all of them on Gambit youngsters.
Yeah, who the hell knows what that was? But this is a much better response from Syman Gaming into this series. They've really hit their stride here. The question is how will Gambit youngsters bounce back? And given how aggressively Syman Gaming have been playing, I think a good response for Gambit youngsters would be to just play
Beg
slow.
for mercy. Oh,
just
sorry.
play slow. You don't have to go and take mid away from them. You can just play a 2-3 setup, 2B, 3A. Just play it correctly. Don't none of this jumping in the window after 30 seconds have passed. None of that. Just don't give them anything for free. And just, if they are pushing you really fast, just be ready for it.
I think the timing in mid was unfortunate for the CTs. Again, it's like when Ninjas in Pajamas would do a split of the B apartments as the CTs. Every time I saw them do it, it was like the wrong rounds. The Ts were on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
So I think the timing was unfortunate, but the timing breaks their money. So I think the timing for the CTs was unfortunate there. The wrong round to do. I was curious to see what their plan was with 2 players going out the window, but we will never know. We may never know. That is not a happy face. He looks like he lost his save data on a Nintendo Switch. He's put in 200 hours in Zelda, and he's got to start from the beginning.
Well, James, you can't always be happy. And they shouldn't be happy right now, because they are getting trounced. All right, double Cree, double AK, AWP. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, we're going to see a more conservative start here. Obviously, this is pistols, though. And the single rifle, which is tickets.
The wallbang I was talking about earlier. So if you are a CT by the back wall, there's a fair chance you'll take one in the face. So one must be careful. Haven't seen that shot land for a very long time, though. Well, we've got some opening frags. Another anti-eco round for Syman Gaming. It's almost like a simulator at this point, the way this half has been going.
Yep.
A little spam.
Spam-a-lam.
That's not a bad position to be in.
What, 3-9?
By the flower pot. CT spawn. Do you remember when you could crawl into the wall next to the crawl space? You could crawl into the wall and just get stuck inside the wall. And also, a very long time ago, sometimes you would spawn inside the wall on cat at the beginning of a round.
I don't remember that, actually.
I mean, it would happen in matchmaking sometimes, but I never saw that in a pro match. But there were some really funky bugs on Mirage. If you went into apartments as a T and you jumped onto the lip of the window, you could see, if someone was close and had pushed top mid, you could see them through the wall. So that was another one. Quick boost into the ladder room for one of these CT players, and we'll see what Gambit youngsters can do. We've got 4 players towards A. Syman Gaming keeping Gambit youngsters guessing, keeping them out of position. They've rotated, and it's going to cost them. That's the only player towards A. Oh, Shows come in from the window position, but he can't find anything fatal.
They are in some trouble here, that's for sure. Oh, there's a push in middle as well. And there you go. That's dealt with. And that, with that push dealt with, there is a chance. There is a smoke here from Ramsey, so if he smokes connector at this point, or jungle, or anything, it really, that's going to help enormously. Resmoke on jungle would be nice, though. But no, the smoke will go elsewhere. Ramsey will be on the AWP here. What an angle. It's difficult to deal with this with a rifle. Oh, that molly and then the pre-fire. That's absolutely stunning stuff there from Gambit youngsters. But the spray down from likes of Neelan is just too much. Torek comes in as well.
They are angry. They are not happy with what happened on the previous map. This is, I think, the best we have seen from them. I think it's fair to say, because it's quite dominant half. They are brutalizing their opponent at the moment. When I was walking in Berlin this morning, I was outside a church and I just saw the head of a pigeon on the floor. No body, just the head of the pigeon. And that's basically Gambit youngsters in this half. He's been decapitated repeatedly. Molotov for Torek, because he falls back. He's got to collect the bomb, but also protect his rifle, which he has done well. I don't know how many of the players he spotted, but Syman Gaming is streaming into the B bomb sites in the meantime. So they have made the appropriate response. Connector smokes off. Perfecto trying to hold down a choke point. Can't do that anymore, but no longer needs to. Other tight choke points for them to work with. They've got plenty of Molotovs. Flashbang, so you can call for a flash. He's pretty close, though. Only good for the one frag there, but his team are going to clean up. It's a Halo bullet. It's a firing squad. It's an execution by order of some kind of dictator somewhere. Anyway, there we go. Anti-eco round done.
All right, well, it's going to be very difficult to find inroads back into this one. I didn't think that they would have that fire in them, James, you know. I didn't think the fire was there, but they found the fire.
Fire and desire.
Ooh. Go on. Got anything else to go with
It's a women's tag team in wrestling.
Oh. All right, I thought you were going to burst into a ballad.
Nope,
The old
I'm not Freddie
Bardolph-
Mercury. You're the Indian here.
Bardolph ballads. I don't think Indians are known for their ballads, though, James. It's more of a thing that the bard might come up with. Bardolph the Bard. By the way, Kios will kick things off. He's having such a great match here on this, well, it's a great map, I should say. Shira there with the AWP on stairs. It's a scary position. We get the connector smoke from Kios, applying a lot of pressure towards the middle position, threatening the catwalk is vulnerable. And oh my, Axel, he goes above the smoke, and that was perhaps a little bit too risky, leaving it to Inter as he loses duel as well. And we might be on for, yeah, it's looking like it. It's looking like 12-3 is a distinct possibility here. And indeed, there you go. Syman Gaming, my God, did they wake up on their map on Mirage. That was a very strong performance on the T side, but can they replicate it on the CT side? We're going to find out after the break.
And we're back. Looks like Gambit youngsters signed up for some kind of data deletion service. That's what the first half looks like, but now the sides have swapped. Who knows what we will expect of them in the second half. Again, we don't know how deep the map pool is really for either of these teams, but we find out from map to map, and it seems that at least at this level, Syman Gaming look pretty good on Mirage, at least in one half.
Yes, well, that's the thing, isn't it, James? That's the thing. So far, what they've not shown us that they can play more than one half on any of the maps so far today. But we haven't seen them on Mirage except for now. And we also haven't seen such a strong performance from them except for now. So they're moving on to their CT side. And Mirage is a map where the CT side is a joyous occasion. But also, Kios, he's 20 for 4. So that's not bad, is it? We'll have to see if Gambit youngsters can kick themselves off with a good pistol, because they need it. They need it to get back into this game. And looks like they're going to go for the classic underpass through to connector.
They are walking into the bomb carrier on his own. There goes the bomb. There go your plans for the round, perhaps. Gambit youngsters, what do you do now? Things go from bad to worse. Now, the CTs may not necessarily want to protect the bomb in this position, although maybe the pistol round is a better situation to do that in. Oh, looking for the tap. He got it eventually, Chaos. He knows there was a booster underneath as well. So they know what one of the 3 remaining players is. Got a player poking around Palace. So there's a 1 versus 1, but Ramzik doesn't fancy it. Perfecto's on the way, but they need to be concerned about a flank, although with only 1 other player left, in it roughly where he was, and maybe he's waiting for backup as well. So it's going to be the most awkward fight to win this pistol. There's a decoy, which won't convince Syman Gaming. And now Ramzik pushes, gives a 1 versus 1 up, and tight angles. There's a headshot, but Syman Gaming win the pistol, and we may not see anything of their opponents in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think. So what do we have here? We've got the 12th, 13th.
What do you think, Dan?
So
Tell me your thoughts.
I think the force buy is probably the most logical solution. You're down so many rounds at this point that I think the force buy makes the most sense. Just keep force buying now at this point and aim to get something going. And they're going to go for the B rush, the B contacts. And hey, you know, it can work. It can absolutely work. And Syman Gaming don't know if they did a full save into a full buy for the next round, but it's going to be a big headshot from Kios there. He is doing more and more damage already with 2. Perfecto there with the MP9 spraying away. They can't get out of the apartments. This has not worked out for them whatsoever. Give it a jump. Give it a jump. It's the MP9. Fantastic jumping accuracy. Let's see it. It's going to do the job standing just fine as well. And that's going to be 14-3. And, well, there's no stopping the force buying at this point, James. They are fully committed. They're all in.
I bet they eco now.
No, if you.
I bet they eco now.
If you decide to force buy in the last round, it doesn't make any sense to go for the eco here.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, that would not be logical.
I wanted to see like a last-ditch attempt to get rifles for 12 rounds. But there we are. We'll be the Desert Eagles. Get it over and done with. If you're going to lose, why not lose this way and just get it out of the way and move on to Dust 2. They are already proven on Dust 2 as far as they are concerned. Again, as far as we are concerned, it wasn't the best of opposition. Syman Gaming look like they've got something more to offer. But they can go into it with confidence. They could just forget about this, whatever. Dust 2 is a decider, and thus we will decide on Dust 2. That's the way it's probably going to go. But they're not going to just give up on this one. There's a lurker towards mid, but someone's waiting for them. In the meantime, it's a numbers game into the A-bomb site, and it might be an easy frag through the smoke. I don't know how on earth Supra got that frag, but maybe Torok was looking away. There was action all over the place. 3 versus 2, a man advantage, Ramzik. That's kind of disgusting. And that is going to be even better. Shutting down any chances, or is he? Exile avoids the flashbang. He's got the moving accuracy going for a tight peek, but it won't quite happen. And there's mad screaming going on over this other side of the hall. And it's game point to Syman Gaming.
Yes, getting it done on Mirage. Maragi. Oh, hello.
The TV, Dan. It's the TV and the apps.
Yeah.
You thought there was a problem. I thought there was a problem.
You're a problem.
It's a pretty clean shot.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay. Last attempt. One more force buy. Let's go. I mean, it'll be better than the last one, at least. Ooh, 4 Galils. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's quite the improvement. They're going to go for the burst onto the A-bomb sites, and they're going to run into an AWP. And also close range will be Torok, featuring an appearance from Neelan. Soon enough, and oh, okay, there's some good damage there. The AWP catches Shiro as well as he drops out of the apartments. It doesn't really seem like there's much left to do here. 4 versus 2. They're holding their positions, and it is dire, and it is over. 16-3. Get out of here, and that's going to be a 3rd map in this series.
I feel like that was the most one-sided map we've seen so far in this tournament.
I don't know.